A very good morning to all of you. This is our sixth part of this topic, Tradophyte. In this part, we will learn about the mechanism of dehiscence of sporangium, how sporangium dehiscence, and gametophyte. Let us see one by one. In last lecture, we have learned about the structure of sporangia. We know that the sporangia are asexual reproductive structure. This is the structure of sporangium, and here the multilayered annulus are there. This is stalk and this is circular capsule. Here at the one side of sporangium or sporangia, a transverse thin cell are there, and these transverse thin cell are responsible for, or it plays an important role in the dehiscence process. These are the spore mother cell. This is spore mother cell. There are 16 spore mother cell are there. These 16 spore mother cell, with the help of meiosis, they produces the 4 spore each, and total 64 spores are produced in the sporangia. Let us see the mechanism of dehiscence of sporangia. When the sporangium is mature and the weather is dry, the dissemination of spores takes place. In a dry weather, this process can be processed. Here the annulus, let us see, this is the annulus, and the stomium plays a very important role in the dehiscence of the sporangium. At maturity, the wall of sporangium start to lose. Okay, this wall is start to lose. This is the stomium, this is the annulus, and this outermost wall, this wall is start to lose moisture and dries up. At the same time, cell of the annulus lose water. At the same time, the annulus also lose the water. As a result, the drying of the annulus create a equal tension on the cell wall, and this tension makes the annulus cell straighten up, and this result into the breaking of the sporangium by rupturing the thin wall cell of the stomium. Okay, due to that, the rupturing of the stomium can be takes place. Thus, the spores are disappeared, and each spore is more or less kidney shaped. Okay, from this part, slowly this stomium is ruptured, and the spore which is present in this area, they are dispersed. Okay, dispersed into the air. They are the dispersed, and each spore is more or less kidney shaped. Let us see here. These are the kidney shaped structure, slightly flattened, dark brown in color. Spore is haploid. All spore, they are the haploid because they are with the help of meiosis from spore mother cell, the 4 tetrad structure they are made, and they all are haploid structure. Spore are haploid. They are uninucleated with the protoplast. It is made up of the 2 layer, in which the outer layer is thick brown, and they are known as the exosporangium, and the inner layer is the thin wall, that is known as the endosporangium. Here all the spore of the same time, therefore the nephrolepis, they are known as the homosporous condition. All the spores, they are equal and morphologically they are similar, so they are known as the homosporous. In this way, the dehiscence process can be takes place. Firstly, the water is, or drying of annulus and stomium takes place. Due to the drying up, some pressure can be create on the stomium. Due to that, the opening of stomium, opening from the stomium can be takes place, and through that opening, the spore can be dispersed into the atmosphere. This is the simple process of mechanism of dehiscence. Next one is the germination of the spore. After they are dispersed into the air, during the favorable condition, the spore germinate. The exosporium breaks. Exosporium, it is nothing but the outermost covering of the spore, that breaks and the endosporium grow into a short germ tube. Okay, from endosporium small germ tube can be arises. After some time they divide into the two unequal cell that are nothing but the rhizoidal cell and prothallus cell. The rhizoidal cell is small and the colorless, while they give rise to the unicellular rhizoid. That means that rhizoid is nothing but the root like structure, and they are the unicellular. The latter, by repeating transverse cell division, gives rise to the green filamentous structure. Soon the division takes place in other plane to form a green plate like body. Okay, and due to more rapid division and growth of the marginal cell, the plate like structure gets converted into more or less heart shaped structure, and that heart shaped structure is called as the prothallus. Prothallus is nothing but it is the next generation, and that is the gametophyte. Let us see, this is the heart shaped structure, and that is called as the prothallus. This is the prothallus. This is arises from the small spore after germination, and this is the gametophyte. Okay, this gametophyte generated from the sporophytic generation. Okay, and sporophytic, we know that the sporophytic generation is the dominant, and gametophytic generation, that is it is reduced type. Okay, and it is the thallus. The prothallus is the gametophyte of the fern. This is the prothallus. Okay, and it is the haploid one. Okay, haploid structure, because it is developed from the haploid spore. Okay, so it is a haploid structure. Dorsiventrally flattened, green. It is delicate, heart shaped, and measuring about only 5 millimeter. Only this structure is only 5 millimeter. Then think that how it is smaller. At the broader end, it shows the notch. Let us see here. This is the notch at the broader end, and while ventrally at the narrower posterior end, it produces the unicellular hair-like structure. These are the unicellular hair-like structure, and that is known as the rhizoid. Their main function is absorption of water and mineral from the soil and fixation of the gametophyte. Okay, fixation of the gametophyte into the soil. The prothallus is 1 cell thick. The thickness of this prothallus, it is only 1 cell thick, and except toward the notch. Here at the notch, it is somewhat thicker, where it may be the many layered, forming a cushion like structure, and the cell of prothallus are closely arranged, thin walled, and full of the chloroplast. Okay, and they are autotrophic in nature. They produces their own food material. Okay, in this way, this prothallus, this is the monoecious structure. At maturity, it produces the both male and female sex organ, that is the antheridia and archegonia. At the basal side near the rhizoids, they produces the antheridia, and at the notch, where notch is their cushion like structure, in the cushion like structure they produces the archegonia. Let us see one by one the structure of sex organ. These are the structure of sex organ. Antheridia, this is the structure of antheridia. Antheridia are the male sex organ, which are toward the developed ventrally narrow posterior end in between the rhizoid. Okay, they produces in between the rhizoid. Further, each antheridium is a sessile structure. Okay, and has a globular structure. Okay, this is the globose structure. The wall of the antheridium is made up of 3 cells. Okay, 2 to 3 cells. Which their cell are? First one is the cap cell, second ring cell, and first ring cell. This structure antheridia made up from these 3 cells. The proximal shallow first ring cell. This is at the proximal end. The first ring cell is there. At the middle side, second ring cell is there at the middle side, and apical. At the apical part, it is the third cap cell is there. The body is antheridium. Body of antheridium is filled with the anthrazoids. Here, the small circular anthrazoids are present here. Okay, and these are not directly antherozoid, but they are the antherozoid mother cell or anthrocyst, and each of which metamorphoses into the single male gamete called as the antherozoid. Let us see here. This is the structure of antherozoid, and each antherozoid, it is a haploid structure. Okay, this is the structure or shape of the antherozoid. These are the antherozoid mother cell, and this antherozoid mother cell is also haploid structure. Okay, and from that haploid, with the help of mitosis, they produces the two antherozoids. Okay, it is multiflagellate structure. Let us see. Flagella are there, multiflagellate coil structure. Under humid condition, the antheridium absorb water, and the mucilaginous content swell, and as a result the lead cell come off, and the antherozoids are coated with the mucilaginous are liberated. Let us see here how they are liberated. They are liberated from the outermost layer. And how they are liberated? The lead cell is nothing but the cap cell. Okay, when they absorb more amount of water, due to the water they swells up, and due to the swelling the cap cell become, they are break. Okay, and from the cap cell the antherozoids, they are liberated into the atmosphere, into the water. Okay, they are free to swim in the film of water, and they comes toward the archegonia. Let us see the structure of archegonia. The archegonia are the female sex organ which develop ventrally on the anterior cushion like area toward the notch of the prothallus. We know that the notch of the prothallus, and at that region this type of archegonia. Okay, these are the archegonia. Each archegonia is the sessile structure, no stalk is there, inverted. Let us see here. These are the inverted flask shaped structure that consist of the globular venter and tubular neck. Let us see. This is the neck, and this is the venter. Okay, this is the globular structure. This is the venter, and this is the neck cell are there. The venter is completely embedded with the prothallial cell. This venter, it is occupied, or it is covered with the prothallial cell here, and it contains, okay, egg cell. Okay, single large eggs, or it is also known as the oosphere. Okay, oospore toward the base, and venter canal cell. These are the venter canal cell. This toward the neck, and the neck is the short, somewhat curved toward the posterior end. The wall of the neck is single layered in thickness, and with each cell arranged in 4 longitudinal row. Okay, here 4 longitudinal row is arranged here, and close at the tip. Okay, let us see. This cap cell or tip is there. This is known as the lead cell also, and it consists of a single elongated binucleated neck canal cell here. Okay, let us see. This is the broader section of this neck canal cell. Okay, in this way, this is the structure of the archegonia. I hope you are understand this. Thank you.